Yeah.
Are there footsteps upstairs? Not today, Tarek. Get off now. I'm in a weird mood and I didn't bring a drink in here. Good morning, happy Friday. My name is Josh Tyler and welcome to My Privileged Opinion. Today we are going to be talking about trust. Like with a friend or family member or a lover or a stranger or the crackhead outside the store or down the street. We have to, in all reality, trust someone to some capacity just based on how well you know them. Trust is such an odd thing because it can be so strong. Like, oh, I trust them like a brother or a sister. But then that same relationship can be broken with just the smallest of lies. For me, I had a hard time with trusting people because of the events in my life that I had gone through that had conditioned me to go into those relationships with the distrust that I had. Like I had said back in my relationships with friends videos, I had a hard time with relationships with people, and a huge component of that was my trust issues. In my opinion, that dichotomy of trusting, the so strong yet so fragile, comes from two spaces. Firstly, you have communication. That's what builds that strong brotherly, sisterly love. However, that same trust can be broken when shame gets involved. And that shame then causes the communication to slow down, which slowly over time starts to deteriorate that trust. For me, the events that I had talked about in my relationships with friends videos really kept facilitating a lot of the distrust issues that I had had, because the environments that I kept putting myself in were not facilitating the communication needed to build trust with people. Shocking, when you're drunk at a bar at 2 a.m. What are you talking about? Nothing. Therefore, you're not forming a bond with anyone because, what are you talking about? What you did last week, something you watched on TV, like that requires no trust. It wasn't until I had removed myself, like I had mentioned, and come across people that had the quality and ability to show me what trust and trust building looked like. More specifically, that person was Jeff, the angel that came into my life and turned my lost little body just 45 degrees towards a better direction. Jeff came into my life when I truly needed him, and he was there communicating to help me grow from both a personal space, but also trust that there are people out there that could come through and be there for me when I needed them. That was the biggest root of my whole distrust, is that I had just lived a decade of my life mostly having no one come through for me. And seeing his example really helped me to, one, identify people capable of holding and building trust, and two, not getting angry at people for not being able to be trusted in the way that I wanted to trust them. I wanted more from them, and I had to be self-aware to know that I wanted more, and that I had to go, okay, they can't give me the more that I want, but they're giving me some level of a thing, and do I want to work and grow on that? Because as a hurt person, you just lash out at everybody. You're like, well, you're not giving me exactly what I want. And that's just not real life. The takeaway is this. This is the outro. I'm getting into it. Not everyone deserves the same level of trust that you would give someone else. It is a growing relationship that needs to start from the ground and work up. And if you ever find yourself in a moment where an action could cause distrust or break distrust with another person, stop and ask yourself, do I need to feel shame around this? Do I need to hold this in? Do I need to fracture this trust because of this action? Or can I just simply talk about it with the other person? Now, being the receiver on the other side, you can't just get mad right away. You have to listen, because a person is coming to you in a vulnerable moment, wanting to be able to trust that you are going to still trust them after they share it. Or you could be in the scenario on either side of saying, am I asking more from this person than they're able to give me? And do I need to recalibrate this relationship in order to salvage it? You could also be the person that someone is asking something from you as far as trust is concerned that you cannot give. And you need to be self-aware enough to be able to communicate that you cannot give that level of trust. It being whatever the person deems they need you to do. That is all for today. Please like, subscribe, share it with friends if you're having a hard time communicating. Like, please use my videos as icebreakers to, you know, connect with people. Because I can do the talking for you to get the ball rolling. Go out into the world, be good and do good, and I will see you next week. Bye! That was like a really good stream of consciousness. I loved that. I think I'm gonna start doing hand things. I don't fucking know. God, I used to just like lash out, like one little mistake, and I'd be like, no, you're gone. Done. Work it out, talk it through, build it.